Before I read Secrets of the Lost Creek Mine Part 4, I want to tell you a little story. And it's a story about the main character in here, Kaiser. Okay? He's a real guy. He's based on a real guy. He never saw the light of day because he was hiding in the Little Beach trailer park. So he's trying to get into the mountains. He's believed so heartily in the gold. Nothing could ever convince him, ever, that it didn't exist. He firmly believed that 100%, and that his location was the one location. All right? And I have met a few people over the years that have had this sort of similar conviction about a location. I've had it myself. So you get used to this when you meet people regarding this Lost Creek mine. They have a firm conviction that they are like a chosen one almost. It's quite an amazing thing to watch happen. And I felt it happen to myself. But anyway, the story I want to tell you is, while we were filming Curse the Frozen Gold, and what would turn into episode 5, we're going to go back up to the Terra Rosa Glacier, basically, and I was going to go with them. And it was always cloudy. The Terra Rosa was cloudy. Couldn't get in. Every day, can't film, right? And finally it cleared, and they flew up there. And we flew up there, and the beauty of that place from the air. And I was continually looking down, looking down at the country, what it looks like up there when it's a novelty. It's just incredible. But I was, of course, looking for the Kaiser location, and I couldn't find it on the way in. It was too cloudy. So we went up and we shot what ended up being in episode 5 of Curse of the Frozen Gold, trying to get to the Stuart Brown location in a helicopter where they wouldn't let me land, to send me home packing. Right? Anyway, that being said, you can watch another video if you've not watched it about the Stuart Brown location that goes into more detail about that, because that Stuart Brown needs to have justice done in his story. He never has, and her History Channel certainly hasn't helped do that at all. There's like a huge chunk of the story that still needs to be told. But anyway, I am rambling completely off topic. But anyway, so while we were flying out of the Terra Rosa Glacier after doing the shoot, the clouds had cleared a lot more, and you look down and you could see the Gatsby, okay? Which is in episode 3, like the Gatsby claim. You could see the Gatsby Canyon, and Mount Pierre there, and everything had cleared, and Evan Howard I heard go, "Look at the Gatsby." He just gasped. It just looked so beyond words. It's beyond words. Its beauty is beyond words. It was just epically awesome. And then at the same time, Kaiser's location had cleared, so I looked down into his canyon, and when I looked down into his canyon, I saw what he'd been talking about for me for years. This piece of glowing orange bedrock, okay? I saw it. I saw what he talked about for years. He always said it was gold glowing, but it was like a rusty as hell piece of bedrock, not gold, okay? He saw it in a Cessna, and this is what he saw. But anyways, I was just like, I've seen what he saw, and when I wanted to, and we're flying out of there, and as we're still flying, we're dropping in elevation. The helicopter itself lost lift for like a second, just for 1 second. It loses its lift. You know, you're flying and it drops. It's like turbulence in a jet. But because I had been in a helicopter crash previously, this little jolt sent me flying back into the R-44 with these horrible flashbacks, and I became terrified for the first time of being in a helicopter since I'd gone back into a helicopter since crashing. Okay? And I just wanted to land, and then we landed, and I was able to, the shooting was done, I was able to get out of there for the day, get back to civilization. I got to tell Kaiser that I saw his location, contact with Little Beach Trailer Park, tell him what's going on about the show, because I have never told him anything, because you can't tell him that what I saw, And I sent him an email, and when I sent him an email, I always say, "Are you still alive?" Daryl. So a day later, I got an email back that said from his wife saying, "I'm sorry, but Peter Kaiser, he's passed away. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead." His wife is telling me this in email. He has passed away. Dead. Gone. So I can't tell him what I saw. I can't tell him. It's dead. And when did he die? Well, he died yesterday, around 3 in the afternoon. Kind of around the time when we were up in the air flying over top of it. Alright? So anyway, that's just the story I wanted to tell you before I dive into this next part 4, chapter 9, Secrets of the Lost Creek Mine. Kaiser's Lost Creek Mine location. Kaiser staggers over towards the edge of his location for the Lost Creek Mine. His heart pounds against his chest. "Can you see anything, Kaiser?" Daryl yells with great anticipation. Kaiser huffs and puffs, and as he looks down into the snow-uncovered Lost Creek Canyon, he looks into the canyon and scans for the location of his own tent-shaped rock. The true tent-shaped rock, because all prospectors who look for the Lost Creek Mine have their own tent-shaped rock, and their tent-shaped rock is the real one. Kaiser was no different. 3 prospectors hide behind a large almond-shaped rock down in Kaiser's canyon. They watch him looking down from above. The prospectors are Kaiser's drug dealer and financier, who are also residents of the Little Beach Trailer Park, the place Kaiser calls home. Kaiser had made a deal to go to this location with Trent Styler, but Kaiser has gone in with the Friesen and broken his promise again. "Who's up there?" "It's Friesen and the other guy." "Henderson," Wally curses, spitting on the ground. "Kaiser has sold you out, Trent, again." "I'm going to take him out this time," Wally suggests, grabbing his sawed-off shotgun, cracking it open and putting in 2 new shells. "No, I want to do it myself," Trent mumbles as he aims his rifle at Kaiser and squeezes the trigger. Kabam! Kabam! Trent Styler's shots boom through the rugged Pit Lake Badlands. The shots rip into a rotting old tree, splintering the wood just beside Kaiser and the gang. "Jesus Christ!" Kaiser curses and yells, falling on his fat gut and drawing his .45. Daryl and Greg hide down behind a jagged rock on the edge of the canyon. Daryl reaches for his .38 and Greg lies on his back and loads the Winchester. Kaiser stands to his feet, loading his .45, looking down frantically into the canyon. He sees Trent Styler sticking his head out from behind an almond-shaped rock down in the canyon. "Wrong side of the canyon, asshole!" Kaiser screams as he looks over the other side of the canyon and spots the real Jackson tent-shaped rock hiding in the shadows near the edges of the creek. He then looks down at Trent, a burning rage growing in his guts. "I shared this location with this guy in a blue haze of weed smoke, and at first chance, Trent heads up to the mountains to steal all the gold out from underneath me," Kaiser thinks to himself. Never trust a drug dealer. Kaiser stands up and aims his gun at Trent with a mad fury. Kabam! Bam! Boom! Boom! Kaiser's gunfire echoes through the gorge. 2 of the shots ricochet off the granite cliffs. The other one buries itself in the creek with a spray of white water as it breaks the surface of the Lost Creek. Tyler and Wally hide behind the almond-shaped rock for dear life. "This old man is crazy," Wally yells as he grips his rifle. "There's a way down over here." Greg points to a very steep and zigzagging goat trail that follows a rocky, cracked granite face down into the main canyon. Daryl takes out his .38, following Kaiser, who leads the group slowly and carefully down into the gorge. Daryl stops as he gets a view from up above, behind the almond-shaped rock where Tyler and Wally are hiding. "Where do they go? Do we get him?" Wally wonders out loud, with great hope, looking over where his gunshots had come from. He aims with his rifle, just dying to pull the trigger. Kaiser follows the rocky path down the canyon where he slips, smashing his knee on a rock, screaming in pain as bone hits rock, his slip creating a small landslide. Rocks go tumbling and smashing into the canyon. What the... Kaiser starts limping down the trail, his mind once again on why he was here. He looks across the canyon where the snow still clings to the mountainside. Kaiser scans the far canyon wall. He spots a quartz vein A quartz vein that on Google Earth was a gold vein hiding behind the snow, but in reality was just a pure white quartz vein. This place was to be the answer to all his problems. This place where he had placed his faith for so many years. This place is an illusion. This lost gold mine a fantasy. His soul gasps the earth-shattering reality. His rage begins to boil until it hurts. His finger squeezes tighter on the trigger of his gun. Wally sees Kaiser looking across the canyon, aiming his gun at the angry prospector. "You're just a dreaming loser!" Wally screams. "Kaiser, down!" Daryl yells as he watches Wally's bullets ripping into Kaiser's shoulder. Blood splatters, but Kaiser does not fall. He keeps limping on his own down into the canyon. The bullet from Wally's shot has just glazed his shoulder. Greg and Daryl stagger after him. "Where's the gold, Trent? Did you pick up all the gold?" "What have you found belongs to me," Kaiser screams. "Did you get all the nuggets out of the red rock? We didn't even look there, old man. We're looking for your gold vein in the back of the canyon on the map that Trent stole from you. But we couldn't find it. It's just a pipe dream, Kaiser," Wally says. "You're a dreaming loser, old man." Kaiser falls to his knees and looks up in the sky and feels his heart cracking in half as reality shatters his vision. "Back to the trailer park, old man," Trent laughs. "Back to the trailer park. Or maybe I should just put you out of your misery," Trent says, aiming his shotgun at Kaiser's head. Daryl takes aim at Trent with his .38. Kabam, kaboom! His shots echo across the canyon. His bullets hit Trent's shotgun, knocking it from his hands. Daryl runs over and grabs Kaiser, helping the broken-hearted prospector to his feet. "Why even believe?" Kaiser grumbles into the vastness of the mountains. "Why?" Chapter 10.